MC Radio Rental, improvised rap. I'll try and be consistent and simple. I'll try to avoid using crutches. Try and find some new words and new patterns. But try and do it simply and consistently. Yo. Under my shoes I wear the form of socks, and you know religion it is orthodox. You know I play hopscotch, and you know that I don't eat rocks. I could speak of you in 10 ways. I could say it, write an essay. It doesn't matter how I behave, because you know at the end of the day, in the grave is where we remain, and that's where we'll stay. And you know that we will grow the blades of grass and hay, because that's what I need, so that I survive, I don't sleep. Look, it doesn't matter, I arrive with my tribe. Then I climb and then I slide, because you know you and me were out wet and wild. And you know that my brain is fried, cause I've been outside for too long in the sun. Should've worn sunscreen, now I've got to run. All the sunshine making me stunned. And you know that in the slums we'll arrange it, we will break and make it, and it's on a need to know basis. You know the truth, you got to face it, otherwise this place is all laced. It's crazy, it's all been erased, kid. Should've wrote in pen, otherwise it'll change, kid. So you know that I'm in stasis, cause that's how I stayed the same. It's a pretty strange take. I'm a director and I do it anyway. I do it every day, because I am ever ready. Driving in a Chevy, look, I said that I would simplify. To make a simple rhyme, you know I'm the guy, because I'm on the grind from 9 to 5. And you know that the pig lives in the sty. Yo, you know that I wrote you this letter, I was trying to be social. But origami means I fold you, and not just the horse but the fold too. Yeah, I wasn't really on my pants. You can't prove that, it is circumstance. And you know that I've got a certain stance. When I come at you, that's when I do a dance. Cause you know that we're doing the square dance. And you know that I've got bare hands, cause I'm not wearing gloves. And if I'm not wearing gloves, I might not show you love. But you gotta move when I eat the soup, cause you know when I'm eating soup I'm in the groove. And you know that I'm gonna put on my shoes after my socks, and I'm never gonna lose, because I got shoes so nice they're Converse. And you know that your shoes are worse, and you know that the pricing might surge, so I'm gonna have to roll away in a hearse, cause that's what I rehearsed. It's cheaper. And you know I don't fear the reaper. I might cause a seizure if I'd even leave ya, yo. I don't wanna ever stop, cause you know that I don't wanna ever rot. And you know that I am gonna wear the scotch on my back, and you know that I play hip hop. Look, it didn't make any sense if I'm dead. It doesn't matter, cause my head might remain. Stay in place like my skull. It's like a dinner plate, but you know that I might disregard it if you don't bring the farm to the harvest. Cause you know we'll have to halve it if you haven't got enough hay from Harvard. Yeah, that's where I learned how to farm, how to get all of the plants in my arms, how to break them all down into the shards, how to plant the harvest, it grows large. But you know that when I hear, I'ma write it. And you know I'm not a tyrant, I'm more like a scientist, hypothesize it. And you know that the brain is firing, but you just wanna do your duty. And you know that I'm kinda losing my own brain, so you better roll a Lucy. And you know that for me it's groovy. Look, it doesn't matter whether you're fat or thin, it doesn't matter if it's good or been binned. And you know that it's so hot you might be singed. And you know that I might have to be king, because you and me were royalty, doing for the soil, see? Because as I said, I'm a farmer, and where else am I gonna grow my larder but the dirt? Alright, that was okay, let's keep going. MC Radio Rental improvised rap. Random words, random words, random words, random words, Uh. Yeah, I got my dog, give it a treat and take it for walks, and it's on a leash, and I'm gonna make it so happy that the glee can be seen when its tail is all waggly. Yeah, you know I'm gonna give the dog the food, and you know that I'm gonna let it loose, because I'm gonna take it off the leash so it can choose wherever that little doggy wants to move. And you know that I put it together like it's fusion, and I know I'm erratic and I might cause some confusion, but you know that even when I dream I can be your lucid, and you know that I just want the flow, that I get the movement. You know that I leave your brain stained, I might scramble your eggs so it's rearranged, but you know that one day I will see the day that everything is left but I will remain. Yeah, you know that I've been all chopped up with the hatchet, you know that I've been cutting up the radish and the cabbage, and you know that all of the gold I gotta grab it, and you know that I'm eating the carrots, I'm like a rabbit. I know I'm rabbit because I eat all the greens. I'm kinda mean when it comes to vegan scenes, but it doesn't even matter cause I live the dream of making the soup that is from my beach. Look, see the minaret, smoking with a cigarette. Can't see it cause I've hidden it, and you know that it is cigarette, there's another word there for sure. I mean, I could try like cinnamon or minimum, but that doesn't really rhyme with cigarette or minaret. Like Edward Scissorhead, or no, like Eraserhead or Scissorhead. If you combine them, then you might be finding that you're in a bed with Lynch, or maybe with a strange erector man. It doesn't even matter, cause I do it for the gram. Look, yo, we're gonna escape, you can't scrape me. And you know that I'm implacable, can't flame me. And you know that you can't even slay me. I'm like a dragon spitting fire from the brain, see? I'm Teflon, it don't stick. 100 years old, but I've got good hips. There's no way to slow it. Not even osteoporosis could slow my Roman, because I gotta eat all the dairy you see. I got strong bones because all of the damn cheese that I eat, so I can't break it. No machine can possibly break me. I won't bleed. Yo, it's okay, because you know we're enjoying it, and you know that we're ensoying it because of all the sorghum that we grow. You know we gotta eat it for the rowing that we're doing, because we're in the boat, we never slow. I pick up the oars and then we go. You know that we say heave ho, we're on the ship, and you know that we see oats cause we gotta plant them. We gotta grind and we're gonna stand until we're the top of the stands. We're climbing to the top of the mountain, and then we throw the gold off, falls like a fountain. We get the horses together and then we mount them. We cut all the squares so then we round them. We're making the blocks into round boulders, and we carry them on our shoulders. We're like Sisyphus. We've been here before, like we're indigenous. All the way back, since we were simians. We take it from maximum minimum. Alright. That was certainly something. More random words. Let's try to be a bit more consistent and not overcomplicate it. Yo. I feel like I'm stuck in my mind. I'm caged, I'm confined. But I know I'll find better diamonds inside the mine. It's the place we're living under. No greens here, not cucumber. But you know that I am gonna sunder. I'll break it where the sun were. Or maybe where the suns were, like there were two, like we were on, what's the planet? Called Tatooine. With two suns, it's not likely that you can escape the heat of the solar scene, because it's going everywhere, and you'll see that as the sun is shining, we'll just have to keep on rhyming. At a concert. Was it a concert? What was it? Oh yeah, it was another occasion. like we were lazing, like we were hazing, like we were flaming, like we were making it then unmaking, like we were breaking the whole scene. That is less likely. Yeah. I got the password, and it's a really hard word, so you're never gonna guess it. Give your best guess, then guess better. Pass the joint, and like we're doing trigonometry with the points. I got the flu, and that's why I sneezed. Achoo. Look, it doesn't matter if it's 1 or 100. If you're on the court, then you know you are jumping. You can hear it from my trumpet. It's so loud that it sounds like the thunder. I don't know why you make a fuss. You fuss so much you're gonna rust, 'cause I can see all the tears on the metal, and you know that you have not got the metal. Look. Shit. Alright, reset. Alright, that was garbage. Let's try again. More random words. Keep it simple. Yeah. 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 You speak too loud, you must hush. And after you go there, you flush. I know that I can trust you, but here we haven't got much room. It's a franchise, and I know where the hands lie, so you know that we gotta be sly. When we're hiding here, we gotta be silent. You know that we're stuck, we're like a chicken living without feathers, we're plucked. And you know that I'm like a trickster, I'm Puck. And you know that you're such a such and such, but it doesn't matter, 'cause I will fold ya. Origami, it's like a boulder. You can cry on my shoulder. You know that I'm gonna hold ya. And we're nearing a breakthrough, a new theory. I know that we're there nearly. So hot that it is searing. We're not hating. We came from here 'cause we're native. But you know that this place is changing. Because the fame is rearranging my brain and the border. It's causing all this strange disorder. I can feel it in my blood, my aorta. I can feel it in the bricks and mortar. So I hear the horn, and I don't care, not at all. You're taking on a strange form, and you're like a sheep without wool, you've been shorn. I know the game is ever played. I know that it's taken away in the raids, and I know that it's washed away in all the rain, and I know that I will seize that day. I will copy the DMs, and I know I might slide to your DMs, but you know that that's how we're feeling, and I know that that is how I'm dreaming. You know that sometimes you just got to breathe, and then you'll survive eventually. You just got to try the best you can be, and otherwise you'll never be on the scene. You know that together we shine and we glisten. You know that we'll erase all division. You know that a unified purpose and mission is what we need to get through this vision. Just got to be present, and you know that the endlessness will end it, and you know everything I meant that I said it, and you know that I mean every damn sentence. The format is a crowd of an audience. I know you're the best and you're just a pedestrian. Look, we will distribute it, we'll handle the music together like fusion. And I know that your name is not Susan, but anyway, we're doing the right thing. We're just clearing up the car with no rust. I know it's necessary 'cause you must end all the fuss. It's not improvised, it's not I write. Whether in the dark night, the twilight, whether you can see or not, the sun's going down, so I will never rot. And you know that I hit, I don't miss ya. I know you're not my brother or my sister, but I know I might call you mister. Just a default kiss ya. 'Cause you know we're gonna swing, and you know that if I can't rap, I have to sing. We're gonna fling everything away inside a sling, like we were David, and you were Goliath. You were a tyrant, I don't admire it, so I will change it. I'll take the sling and I'll blaze it. You know that the sling's real fissile, and you know that it goes far like a missile. And you know it spits off this mind, and you know that I might have to rewind so I can remember what it is I said, yeah. Alright. Alright. More random words. Yo, I feel it so thin. It's like a mirror wrapped over my skin. I can feel it start to singe, and you know that if I can't rap, I might sing. It is all distinct. I can see the pale from the pink. And you know that I won't wear the mink because I care what Peter thinks. Yo, I read it from the Psalms. I see your lifeline right on your palm. And you know that I arrive on the yard because I got the milkshakes for the sod. That's not a word, it's kind of absurd, but I'll find the earth because that's the planet where I've gotta inhabit. And you know that I reach for earth and I grab it. And you know that deep in the fog there is a dog. And you know that that dog just loves to eat frogs. That dog loves to eat the amphibians. And if he isn't eating them, he would be missing them. And so that frog will eat all the toads. He's gonna eat them up and he's never gonna slow. That frog, wherever he goes, will be eaten by a dog. Yo, look. I will consolidate. If I don't know the way, I will stop and wait. I am like a popinjay, which is a kind of way to behave, but it's okay because I feel all the horror. And you know that we are gonna store all the things that we need in storage. And if I don't eat enough, I'd be more rich. Look, it doesn't really matter if you jive, cause you know that dancing is how we know we're alive. And you know that I've got some admirers, but you know that I might have to be cut to size. It's crazy, cause I'm in comfort. And you know that I'm comfortable inside the cupboard. And you know that it's rubbish. And you know that we might have to touch it if we are a muggle, because you know we haven't got the magic. And you know that we might have to stab it. If it isn't given us, then we grab it. And you know that we never lack it, because I eat the cabbage with the radish. And you know we always never stay the same static. But you know that we slack it, because you sometimes got to relax, kid. To the scraps, we're writing paper like Halifax. And you know that I am spitting facts. And you know we do it to the max, but I'm never gonna lack it, because I'm keeping warm because I am wearing a jacket. And you know that I might just have to sack it, by which I mean fire it. It's like magic, yo. You know we never slow, whatever obstacles are in the way are opposed. And you know that the moment is gonna foam. It's like the sea and you are like a gnome, kid. Cause you're sitting in my garden, wearing a funny hat, and yeah, you are charming. But you know that I'm feeling a bit alarmed, kid, because you know that your harvest has been halved. You're not growing enough greens at your farm. And you know that I see harvest in your arms, but it's not okay to sing those psalms unless you have got what you need, so that we can possibly breathe. So that we achieve quotas, and you know that we eat enough in the moment. Look, everything I ever said, like fire, water, it's an element. And you know that everything I ever said, improvised coming off from the top ahead. And you know that it's like a nature, something that you can't explain. It's kinda crazed when it's from the brain. And you know dragon's gonna slay it. Alright, let's try and do better. Let's try and do better. We're trying to avoid crutches. We're trying to be consistent without overcomplicating it. Yo, the lactic acid. What I feel when we're in attraction. Cause you know that the feeling's massive. And you know that we even lack it. I feel all the hostility. This is not as it is meant to be. We got so much responsibility. But you're like me, you're like a mini-me, yo. I feel the wind as the air starts to sing. And you know that we'll never fling away the stone inside our sling. You know I'm spitting mad invective, like immunity injected. And you know that whatever I said, that means I really meant it, yo. I'll confuse you, like you were a youth. You are too young to disabuse of all of your strange views. I'm paying all the interest, and I pay it by the hours, minutes. And you know that I'll never finish, so I must insist it's barely a fraction of the required action. So we'll never slack it, And I say that in brackets. My brain is kinda strained, I feel like it's circling the drain. I'm like Hermione Granger, you know Hermione slays ya. I know I'm very scary, I come from the water, you were on the ferry, and you know that my name can't possibly be Terry. Or even Mary, yo. I would never end ya, you're in our memory so we remember. I can feel the fire's embers. And you know the book I lend you, I'd like you to return that book. I'd like you to give back everything you took. I'd like you to grab the sauce, give it a shook. And you know that you took the sauce, you had a look. And you were like, is this tomato or is it horse? I can't even speak Morse, so I don't even know how you could force it. I got sauce coming out my aorta and my faucet. That's where I keep sauce. It's in my blood and it's piped into the maw. So you know that I've got everything at my door. Everything I need, cause I really adore that sauce. It is so delicious. And you know that when it comes to sauce that I am vicious. And you know that if it wasn't there I'd really miss it. And you know that I might have to hug and kiss it, because I so enjoy tomato sauce. And you know that that is my kind of borscht, because that's what I put it on, because eating borscht sauce makes me strong, yo. And you say it's awful when I try to store all the sauce inside my cupboards, but that's how I show the love to mustard. You know I keep it with the mustard, because condiments are what I must have. You know that that really cuts the mustard when I put it on my custard, yo. We're rapping about my best sauce, and you know that I care about it all. And you know that the sauce I've just got to store, cause if I don't have enough I need more, yo. You know I gotta run for ya position of governor. I'm the governor of Columbia. And you know that I will really level ya if you'd vote for me slowly, because I'm on the scene, I'll win eventually, because I'm the best guy with the policy to set good rhymes every time you tea. Every time you drink tea, eventually you'll speak of me, because I am politically the best, you see, cause I've got the acuity to put down the hot rhymes eventually, because 9 to 5 I will arrive on time. I'm on the grind, so I'm gonna speak my damn mind, and you know that I'll slide right into your area. And when I'm on the mic I am scarier than anything you've ever seen on your TV. I'm in 3D, you've never seen the likes of me, so I'll arrive with heat and I'll turn up the degrees, whether Celsius or Fahrenheit, you see, cause I'll likely be at the top of the polls. And you know that I go fast and I will never slow, and you know that I am gonna rap the poem, and it's improvised like I had wrote it, yo. I'm like a pirate, and you know that I would never ostracize you. You know I'm in the mine and I spit for diamonds, and you know that you can feel when I'm firing, Alright, that was really good. That was one of the best we've done, that little political passage. Maybe I should run for office. Thank you, Oat Pete. I will try to breathe. Sometimes you forget to breathe, and then, yeah, that doesn't work so good. Thanks for listening, folks. I'm giving a performance, and you know they wanna hear more of it. You know I'm spitting it like a Mormon, and you know that I will never pause it, yo. I have got to flip the hay. It's like I was made of feet of clay. You know that the feet of clay mean I remain. You know that where I was made I will behave, I will stay, because you've got the engine. And you know that I really meant it. At the end of every sentence is a period. It's steering you to send it, yo, away like you were in the post. And you know that the post goes fast, it never slows. And you know that the letters and sentences that I wrote are gonna arrive at your door like a mote of dust that was left for rust. You know that I can even barely trust. I can feel through your touch the heartbeat from your blood, yo, because that's what I call a pulse. And you know that the house will be sold, and you know that origami means we fold, and you know it is starting to mold. You gotta really clean your house, young man. I come here and I can barely stand. I am not happy with this, not a fan, but you know that I might have to do handstands, because I love you and I will really trust you, and that's why I stand on my hands in mustard. And you know that that just rhymes with words custard, and you know that I can barely fuss. It's It's so damn airy, you're kinda magical, you're like a fairy. I can see your eye contact, you're staring, and you know that I can barely hear. Look, it doesn't matter, we'll start a band. It might just cost like 10 grand. I've been fanned by a fan so that I stay cool. I'm a hot man, but it's okay, I'm not here just to brag. I'm go so fast it'll lag. I got this in a bag, and you know that dag is a word for someone who's uncool. And you know we're like royalty because we rule. And you know that everybody below us is like a fool. And you know that we are a donkey like a mule. Cause for me it's too easy. This improvisation's easy squeezy, lemon peasy, and I see in 3D. And you know that if I was scary you might fear me, but it doesn't matter cause I'm pretty harmless. Some might say that I am even charmless. You know that I will wear all the armor, and you know I'm wearing like a farmer. Look, it's okay, you know we're gonna be bold. It's that better than being young or old. And you know that everything that I have ever even told is like impossible. The bottom of the roll, cause the boulder gathers no moss. And you know that the rolling boulder never stops. And you know that my shoulder's older than your frock, but it's okay, like we were Doc Ock. Cause you know we got the powers and we got the arms. You know that we can do all the work up on the farm. Cause with 8 arms I can pick up all the shards of glass from my arms. But it's okay because we got the palm trees. And you know that we are here for a party. Everybody's getting together, we're being charming, and it's like the noise is like an army, cause we got all the drinks, everything together will mix, and you know we get our fix. I'm gonna have to write a list. That was fun, let's keep going. Alright. Yo, random words. You know I never slow it. You know I rap a poem. You know we seize the moment. You know the sea it's foaming. You know I'll accept no less when we arrive for the protest. You know we need the success, but you know we have not got much yet. We're in the sky and we're flying from wires. Yeah, it's fake, I told a lie, it's theatrical, I cannot even glide. Yo, I'm holed up by metal, and you know that I have really said all everything that I need in this scheme. It's like school cause it's elementary, and it is meant to be. It is a destiny to fight entropy until the cemetery. You know you've heard it before, I'm explaining. It's like the water down to the basement. It's like a penny. And you know that Denny's is a pretty good place to get a burger, but if it's not so yum you better turn it. I'm like David Tennant, living in your house cause I'm like a tenant. And you know that I really said it because I meant it. It's from the head, it's crazy and we're similar. And you know that I am kinda like gorillas. And you know I'm in Manila, so I'm gonna eat vanilla ice cream. That means I'm gonna kill you. Well, only if you're made of the ice, and if you're so delicious that you are nice. And you know that I could glide like sugar gliders when I'm inside, or if I'm eating diamonds, it doesn't matter cause I got those strong teeth. You know that it's beyond belief, or so it seems. And you know that my sleeves are green. Yo, the poison's in the dose. Been like that way since close. I eat it like it's toast, cause I eat the most. Look, you might find that kinda unlikely, but you know that I arrive like a fire scene, because you know that I fly like the sky sea. And you know that I am slightly enlightening, because you know we're gonna rise like we were Icarus. And you know that we lived it before cause we're indigenous. And you know that if we hit the target we are hitting it. You know that I'm throwing darts, I'm not missing it. You can't even see it, it's hidden. And you know that I am living in a midden, because it's all covered in rubbish. And you know that we're not touching it, because you know I leave the stubble cause I shaved. You know my brain's engraved, I've taken off everything every day. And you know that if you're a dragon we will slay, and if you are standing we'll remain like we're a statue. Can't even grab you, cause you know that I have to lack you if we're standing still like a statue. Look, I won't endorse it, not Sabri or Leary or Pawson, cause you know that the strange of this form is I'm kind of adoring. Look, I got the forecast, so I know what weather it'll be on the Alright, I said we wouldn't overcomplicate it, okay? But we overcomplicated it. I'm banishing myself to the next track. Alright? We made it too complicated. I'm trying to be consistent here. Welcome Quibble to the chat. Yeah. Random words, random words, random words, random words. Yeah. At the party, handing out the drugs, and I'm like, what about the kisses and hugs? Maybe we just should show some love. Maybe we should just have some fun. I know I'm slightly G-rated, but you know that these days, kid, I just wanna escape fame, escape flame for the end of day. You know I just wanna slay in my own way, which means that I relax and I show some good times when I drink rum and I arrive, yo. So you know I would never flame ya, whether you were minimum or you were major. You know that I just want to change ya in a good way through some inspiration. You know that I'm a kid, like an equality, a feminist. And you know that the sediment is where we come from, and I really meant a kid, but it's okay, because I got the magic beans. And you know magic is beyond belief, but how do you explain the leaves growing from the vines at the top of this tree? This bean leads me to the clouds, and you know that the golden geese that I'll devour is everything that I will need in this hour. So I am gonna sleep at the top of a tower, because that's where the giants reside, and I might have to climb them in time. You know that it's so high, I'm gonna slide down at the end of night, because you know that I am on the grind. I've been employed by the giants for a 9 to 5. You know that I'm on all the giant Zoom calls, and you know that I fall cause the giant's too tall. I can't do business in these circumstances, and you know that I need all the hands. It's kinda cancerous when I dance, it's so crazy, like Charles Dance on the pants of this. Look, we're gonna simplify when I rhyme. You know I just want to hit it on time. You know that I just wanna make the rhyme fly, so I will simplify. Yo, I put it up on walls with the thumbtacks, and you know that I need to attack everything, like the weights that I put up on the rack, and you know I work out hard and I never slack. Yo, I work out till I sweat, and you know that we tried to be the best, but you know that we climbed the mountain Everest, and you know that everything I ever said was the truth. Like a dentist on the tooth, and you know in the way you gotta move, and you know when we try our best we never lose. Maybe I might just have to confuse. Alright, different beat. Okay. Welcome Midable. Let's keep going. Yeah. MC Radio Rental Improvised Rhymes. Yeah. Where are we heading? With all the clothes that you're dressing? I will have to be confessing that I don't know where we are directing. Are we going to the hot or the cold? If I could be just so bold as to ask you what were you told? I can smell the mold. What are you wearing? You know that me, you are scaring. Cause I don't know what lair where you're going to, so I'll fight a bear if I have to. If I have to lack you, I will. I'll run away, won't grab you, because I gotta make lots of you. I'll stack you like Jenga, and you know the Mac too. Look, what I'm trying to say is I'm scared, cause I don't know if we're gonna find this bear. I don't know if we're gonna leave this lair. I don't know if we're really on this mare. I don't know if we're really riding this horse. I don't know if we're really finding this course, cause I feel like this horse is awful, and you know that this horse is morbid, cause this horse is speaking to me. This horse is talking about cemeteries, and you know that I am feeling very, very scared. So where you gonna leave this lair? Where you gonna go back right to my hut? We're gonna follow the road right where the rut is, because that's where the wheels touch. It's something about a rabbit hutch. Look, I am gonna leave, gonna go down the road, and I am gonna go real fast, I'll never slow. I'm gonna carry my bow, in case there's anything in my way. Yo, you know I'm gonna hunt the rabbits, because I can't eat the radish every day with the cabbage. I know we're off the beat, it's savage, but that's how I be when I have this hatchet, because I just gotta eat the good food. And I know you are looking confused, but you know that I win, you know I never lose, and you know that this beat is my muse. You gotta say damn, everything's according to plan. Everything is in my hand, like the two birds, one in the bush, man. Look, I will never lose it, even if I cause some confusion. Even when I dream, I am really lucid, and you know I really got to feel the movement. I'ma eat you with the fork, I'ma gonna eat the greens from the stalk. And you know I'm never afraid, I never balk. Everything I ever do, I do sork. Well, that wasn't a word. Sometimes you just reach for I don't think sork is a word. I should have said chalk. Look, okay, look. You and me together, we're gonna rock and roll. You and me together, we're gonna go on strolls. You and me together, we're gonna have a walk. And every day I do it, I'll bring the chalk, cause there might be a nice blackboard. And you know we will cross that ford. We're gonna carry it over the brook and stream, and never all the water, you would better believe, is gonna be so damn shiny. Like I was rhyming from my mind, or maybe I'm rhyming from my hiney. Well, that sounds slightly less likely. But the point is the H2O is so good we will never slow. Maybe with the water we will flow, but we really got to seize the moment. I will apply it like I'm riding on the sky. It's scary, like I was a tyrant. Like we got the admirers, but you know that we have got to get the bag. You know that we can't sit here, we got to stand. And you know that I am really Ayn Rand, or maybe I am more like some kind of man who writes about the strange decisions, like we are all together and we are on a mission. And you know that we are gonna throw, we're gonna hit 'em. Every target, I am gonna fit it. Look, we have got to straighten, whether we do it now or later. Whether we do it 5 or 8 or 9 or 10, I'm out of my brain, cause you know that how can time be real if our eyes aren't real? I can feel like a seal because I haven't got legs and I just gotta swim. And you know that I might have to grow fins. It's like evolution, but it's gone backwards. I had legs, now I lack them. I used to have hands to grab with, but now I haven't got that canvas. Because I became a seal. It's more likely than you think. People become seals. It's real. Alright, more random words. Improvised rap. Yeah. 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 I was making salad and then I had to stop, because then I remembered that I really had to toss. I had to get the leaves and throw them to the sky. I had to add all of the lemons and the lime, because you know that I need the citrus. Without the citrus I would really miss it. You know that's why I'm writing this missive. I write it on the list. It's important to add more of it. You got to get the citrus and you put it in storage. And you know that I know that it can die and it's morbid, but I'd have to saw it. I cut down the lemon tree eventually, because that is really what it's meant to be. You know I gotta get the fruits and make it lucid, otherwise I could never get them juiced. I need all the juice so that I drink all the nutrition. It doesn't matter cause I'm on a mission. I gotta get the vitamin C. Without the vitamin C, I can't see. Without the vitamin C, I can't breathe. Without the vitamin C, I can't bleed. Without the vitamin C, eventually I would be at the bottom of the deep. It's all a sport. Everything, it's just a rort. Everything, well that is what I thought. Ever since the day you liked a mort. But it's okay, cause we are barely starting. Like an improvised party. Like you're the Doc and I'm Marty. Getting together for farting. Look, It's just restoration, taking it back before the hatred. The gratitude gracious, grab at you with the greatness. We do it in time, doing it 9 to 5 with lemon lime. You know the 9 to 5, you know we're on the grind, and you know we're like a bell cause you hit me and I chime. I'm like a rabbit, I eat the rabbit when you slap it, and you know that it's savage when I eat the radish, and you know that that radish better be massive, yo. You know but we put together like it's fusion. That is causing up some confusion, but for me it is about improvement. And you know that you're gonna lose it if you don't use it, so I improvise it. That's why I'm here, and that's why I don't write it, because we gotta make the neurons fly. We gotta make the neurons reach for skies. We gotta get the myelin sleeth chic, maybe the myelin sheath sleek, or the myelin sheath fleek. That is what it's meant to be. It's pretty hard to say when you're spitting all the tongue twisters, and you know that we'll have to list them. Everything I'm missing, everything I'm kissing, everything we're putting together in the mixture. Cause that is the best of me, getting all the ingredients up from the recipe. And you know we're sending me back to Gethsemane, and if you wanna come in you better say open sesame. You know that we're spitting fast, and you know that it's going hard, and you know that we'll never slow, because you know my name is Marge, and you know that the Simpsons are really listening. You know that the things I could really list them, cause it is a recipe, and you know that it's meant to be. And you know fighting entropy is like it is our destiny, and you know that Gethsemane is where we are meant to be, and we will be doing this since we are in the cemetery. Yo, we gotta change the flow though, it's too slow if it stays the same every time, yo. You know that we've gotta roll like a stone, skipping across the stream every time, yo. Look, it's like a weapon, and you know that it's kinda set and certain when the world is turning, and you know that the world might eventually be burning because the sun is gonna expand, and you know that that's coming soon, man. And you know that I've got like 2 hands, but not everything is according to plan. You know that we see the gold, we gotta grab it, and you know that if you're not here then you're absent, and you know that if you're not small then you're massive, and you know that we are gonna cause some havoc, yo. It's an examination. We gotta look at the place remain, and you know that it's flaming, you know that it's great, and you know that the world is always changing. We gotta rise from our head, like the yeast with the bread. Every slice that is left, it is like I'm meddling in forces I don't understand. Alright. Let's try and do 1 or 2 more good ones. Or maybe we should go back to those other beats. I feel like those were good ones. Let's go back to this one. Alright. This is by Fat Cat Beats, by the way. Yeah. You know the wires are conductive. We do the work cause we're conductive, we're productive, or sometimes we're destructive. But you know there's much risk. If you're building a temple, you don't know where it might send you. And you know it's never ending. I don't think there was a rhyme in that sentence. Look, it doesn't matter, it is massive. You can grab it cause it's interactive. You know we have it, we don't lack it. And you know that this is cactus, by which I mean it doesn't really work. Thinking this would work, it is absurd. But you know at least you give me some mirth, and you know that I now know what you're worth. Yo, I'm gonna put you up on the shelf. Like an elf, I might need some help, because I'm kinda small, I am like a whelp. But you know that you're large like a whelk. Look, or maybe you're just Welsh. Look, it doesn't matter, that's how I felt. But it's in the sun so it will melt. Like it was made of cells. Look, you and me together in a band. You and me, the work small with many hands. And if I get too hot, I will be fanned by everyone together that is standing in the stands. But you know that we might start a new marriage, and then we'll go happily after in a carriage. And you know that we're going to grow all of the cabbage that we need at home with all of the radish, yo. We're rowing in a boat, And you know, we'll slow it in a moment. By which I mean a moment. It's improvised, you know I don't wrote. So, you have got to stop and listen, because if you don't, I'll be your opposition. So you know I am insisting that you list all the superstitions. It's inappropriate that the carriage you were trying to slow in it, and it's a poem that will never end because it is all just coming off the head, and you're standing guard, you're like a sentry. This guard's trying to stop my entry. But the cooperation is what we really need if we're gonna drop the hatred, and so I'm gonna rip away the lies and leave it bare, so that the truth is there for all to stare. And you know that I'm like a female horse, I'm like a mare, and you know that I'm a horse that comes from Delaware. But you know I must beseech you to get educated from your teacher. You know that the bleeding might cause lesions, and you know that it might be eaten by the leeches. You know that we are better than everything else, every other specimen. And you know that we are from the sediment, 'cause we grow, and that is really what I meant. And I am gonna forecast the weather on this damn broadcast. You know you better get more masts, 'cause the storms are gonna break your shards. From the mast, it's just gonna be fragments of wood you're lacking. You can't even imagine all of the seas when they grab and gnash it. Are breaking all the norms, all the strange places because of storms, all of the strange shapes because we form a new place for your aorta. We're born to it, so we're sorta kid, we're sorta sorted, and we're like Morbius because we're like Matt Smith and we're like that kid, and you know we'll never escape from that king, 'cause you know that it's a recession, it's a pretty harsh economic kind of lesson. But you know that we're really meddling, and you know that that is where we're heading, and whatever number you might say, we'll multiply it. You like, we're stealing it from the diamond. You know that we're plundering, we're like a pirate, and you know that we're under things like a siren. You know that we're singing the song to linger in, and you know that we are just dingling or dangling from the top. We're spangling. Is spangling a word? I can't manage it. Look, it doesn't matter where you're like a drug, 'cause you know that we just want a hug. And you know that we're just having fun. If you can't walk, then you better run. Yo. Alright, how about one more? Let's do one more. Radio rental, random words, improvised rap. Yeah. We're sailing on the sea until we see some land, and you know we need the treasure, that is my demand. And we raise the sails, and the sails are they made of canvas, and you know that I need the canvas for my salad, yo. 'Cause with the greens we're gonna eat a feast, and you know that we gotta eat eventually. So we better cook it up, and you would best be working on that feast so that we can all eat, yo. It's on an oath, that's where I swear it, and you know that we are wearing all the nice pieces of 8, so I will arrange all of the best jewelry on your dinner plate. 'Cause if we don't get the greens, that's what we're eating. We are eating all of your jewelry. You're a fool, you see. You're a mule, you see. Why am I even talking to a donkey? We are going crazy, we've been too lazy, and now we're hazy. We can't be sitting on the pieces of 8, because we're not gonna be great if we can't find our faces. I don't even know what my fate is. My first mate has gone crazy on the pirate ship, and you know that we can't find all the admirants that we need if we will survive on this island. And you know that we have got to find the siren who runs the place. Maybe her name is like Circe, like in the Odyssey, and my eyes are hurting. You know that Circe will certainly try to keep us here, and you know that we have got to find a way from here, and so that we'll escape, we'll get back home to Ithaca. And you know that you're gonna finish her, 'cause we gotta get back to wife Penelope. And you know that the winds, they are sending me on a long journey as the earth's turning, as we're all burning, as we are churning like the sea, like the waves move likely in a direction that you can't see. We might sleep in one place, then wake up in another location. You know that we can't escape the way the day can change us, because the gods have all the destiny that they want for us. They think what's best for me, but I wish I could change it. I could write my own path. You know I could get on my own way, go hard. If only I could change the string of fate, because then I could escape from this damn cage. You know that there's a prophecy, that there's a lot of me, and that was written in a tome, you see, by bloody Ptolemy. So how can I possibly escape from Aristotelian needs? It's what it's really meant to be. Yo. So we gotta sit and kneel where the church bells will peal, and you know that our fate is sealed. Can't escape, I just keep it real. But maybe we can change it with guerrillas, and you know that's the way to fight these gorillas. We gotta escape to the Philippines like Manila, and you know that he'll fight damn Godzilla. Yeah, I know, I really heard ya. I know you're accusing me of murder, but it's okay because we are gonna what rhymes with murder? I heard ya for certain. You know we're hurtling into a place like we are herding the sheep. We can't escape and it's hurting cause the fleece is burning. How can we stay warm on this earth? It's further. On the topic of further, you're right. Midbowl further rhymes with murder. I'll try and remember that next time. Alright. Okay, we're gonna wrap it up here. Thanks for listening, folks. We will do this again. Shout out Midbowl, Oda Pete, and Quibble. See you next time. Cheers.